Good evening and welcome to my Psychic Connection. I'm your host, Journey Ryan. It is the late show. Woo, the spooky decorations have come up. And the late show wouldn't be any fun without my favorite knuckle sandwich, Gifts of Faith.
Hi, everybody. Good evening or good morning, wherever you are.
It's the late show, so let's keep it late.
Late show. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Exactly.
We get kind of silly on this show.
We do. And we get it seems that the questions become a little bit more sophisticated, I'll use.
Sophisticated isn't what I would call them. Open. More
question. This is when it becomes rated MT. What is that? What is the adult one? I know there's rated R.
Isn't it MA?
Yes.
Mature audiences.
Yes. So apparently at this point, this is when people become very mature in the audience.
Well, chicken brown cow, as Journey says.
Brown chicken, brown cow. All right. Well, we got lots of you guys loading up here. We're ready to read. Sorry about earlier. We had to leave the channel very quickly. Something was going on. So unfortunately, we had to cut that show early, but we are back, guys, and ready to read. So very excited. Hey, KT. I've seen Unique in here too. And everybody else that's in here. Hello, Nikki. And there's so many of you that I'm probably not going to be able to say hi to everybody, but there's
just hi, everybody. We're glad you're here.
Exactly. But very excited for everybody to be here, guys. Remember, you guys can jump the list. It guarantees you read, and it gives you a possible longer reading. And remember, if you're looking for a mediumship question, you must jump the list. That's how we do things here. We're expanding our channel, so we're getting more shows coming in. We've got new people training. It's absolutely awesome to be able to share and connect with everybody. But remember, the donations do help us be here and help this channel continue to run. So, guys, don't forget about that. We do free readings all the time. We got a lot of people that ask that. And I was like, we do a lot of free readings, so I don't know why anybody asked that. But we do. But we also do jumps, which gets you ahead of everybody else. And like I said, guarantees your read to be longer as well until whatever your message is gets completed. Now, free reads, they're 3 minutes long. When that bell rings, mics are shut off. No more information being given. So that's the unfortunate part at the 3-minute bell. So just so you guys know, we're going to get started here. I'm going to take a look at the list and see who we have in line. And first on the list is Unique Smith. Unique, get your question ready. You're on the air. And then Nikki G, you're on the list as well. So get your question ready, but don't post it yet. All right. It's got a bunch of people jumping in. Hey. All right. So Unique says, I've been dreaming of becoming a multimillionaire. So y'all see that happening. Or is it just a fantasy? I'm definitely working on manifesting it. Faith, what you picking up, girl?
This has to do with your drive to succeed and the fact that you want to succeed. I think it symbolizes success for you, not necessarily that you're going to become a multimillionaire, but that you are going to succeed in whatever you're trying to do career-wise and in your home life. and that this next year is going to be very beneficial to you. And you are trying to manifest positive things. And I feel like this stream was just a way to show you that you're on the right track and that you're doing what you're supposed to do to be successful.
Seeing if she's going to respond to that. Let's give her a second here to type. I know it takes a minute to type some words out, find out exactly what you want to respond with. Now, Unique, just know that she's not ready to, she's not saying that you can't be a multimillionaire.
No, I'm not saying that, but I think that your dream is like symbolizing that you're succeeding.
She said her ass has been ready to play the lotto. Hey, that never hurts. It never hurts. It never hurts.
If you don't play, you don't have the chance of winning, right?
Exactly.
Just don't go as crazy as one woman I know. She spends like $600 on scratch-offs a month.
God, I hope she wins more than she loses, my lord.
I don't think so.
She says, I'm about to put manifesting oil on one. Nice. All right. So, Unique, if you had anything else you'd like to say before we move on to the next question. Guys, don't forget, we're having a contest in the jump area where we're going to be giving away an Apple iPad at the end of the season, which is the last day of May. We'll be giving away an Apple iPad to the person who has jumped the most. So there's that contest going on. On our 10 o'clock hour, we have a contest that goes on, and we give away free minutes on the website. So, guys, make sure you guys are tuning in and signing up at psychicconnection.com. She says, I need a house.
I know you do, and we've talked about that in previous readings. That's coming.
All right, Unique. Thank you for your question, sweetheart. We appreciate it.
We're glad to have you here.
Absolutely. And, you know, when we try to manifest things, you know, using pen and paper, writing it down, putting it on like maybe sticky notes. Get yourself a little pad of sticky notes. Say, I want to do this, and you manifest it, and you put it on the mirror, and you say it to yourself every day, and you can put it on a dry erase board, just simple things like that. So when you're manifesting something, you can put it in written word and look at it every day. That helps you with the manifestation. That way you don't forget to say it or forget to do it or things to that nature. So just know that, you know, when you're manifesting, and now this isn't just for Unique, this is for everybody trying to manifest, that you guys, you know, if you put that out there, you can make things happen. That's also why I tell people, don't put out negativity, because if you keep thinking negatively, you're gonna put out negativity. So be careful with that. And that's why I tell a lot of people, I'm like, watch what you say, because you can make things manifest, and they may not be what you want manifesting. All right.
I have done that before on accident.
And she was like, damn it.
Remember I told you, Journey, and you were like, yes, you shouldn't have said that. And it had to do with work stuff.
Uh-huh. Done did told you. Done did told you. All right. Well, let's keep on going here. I need Nikki G. Go ahead and throw us your question. You're next on the list. KT, you're on the list, so get your question ready. So, Nikki G, throw me your question. Unique says, I keep talking myself out of putting people in jars.
Girl.
Now we're going over to witchcraft. There's a little bit difference than
okay.
Nikki says you were spot on last time. Well, thank you. We appreciate it. So what's your question for us tonight, girl? We like it when people come back and talk to us
You know,
about.
we really do appreciate when you guys tell us that we were accurate for you, because so many people will come and say stuff like, you told me 6 months ago, da 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 da, and we don't always remember, and they'll be like, well, you were wrong, and we're like, okay, but not everybody tells us when we were right about stuff, you know,
Right.
and that's just as important.
Absolutely. So, Nikki, we don't do general reads on the show because they tend to take a little bit longer. But if you have a direct question, we'd be more than happy to answer that for you. Unique said, Faith, I can't wait to give you a receipt in February. All right. So Nikki's up. She says she wants to know about uh, it says, even with the promotion at my job, her career. She's wanting to know about her career.
Okay, so is she wanting to know if she'll get a promotion, or just what the promotion will be like?
She goes, did I do the right thing?
Yes, you did. You did, and you know that it was just a difficult thing for you to decide to do. And we've talked about that previously, but you know that.
Right. Hang on just a second. I think she said something. No, she didn't say anything yet. Wait for her response on that. Says, you're always right. You couldn't be left. Laugh out loud from Belanca.
Okay.
All right. She says, okay. Nikki said, okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought the decision for her and the choices that she's making is leading her down the right path, because more doors are about to open. But this was only she's just stepping through that threshold.
It's just uncomfortable because it's new.
This is true. And just this is just a stepping stone to get to that next level. And I don't even feel like the next level is very far away. Within like 6 months, we're going to be seeing things getting better. New strength. And again, manifestation, taking the steps, doing things. A lot of people I've heard talk about, things always happen the same way. It's always the same stuff, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's because you're in the same circle. You have to do something that's different, something that you're, in a sense, be scared to do, rather than just staying in the comfortable zone. If you stay in the comfortable zone, you're going to be doing the same damn thing all the time. So take that step every now and then and step to do something different in a positive vibe, not a negative one. Don't take yourself backwards. You don't want to go back to the hobo row. You want to get to the new, the fun, exciting, moving yourself forward. So that's what I'm seeing here with that. So, that's she's on the right track, Faith.
Yeah.
As you said. Don't you bet laugh out loud. All right, Nikki, thank you so much for your question tonight. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's go ahead and take KT. KT, throw us your question. Julia Henry, you're on the list, so get your question ready. KT, you're up. And while we wait for KT to post her question, we're going to check the jump list here. Guys, remember, on our 10 o'clock show, we do the giveaways, but $1 of each of those donations goes to the Salvation Army. We're trying to provide turkeys for those families in need, so we can spread the love and make. She says, I didn't even tell you that. Yeah. All right. So KT's here, so let's go ahead with KT's question. KT says, what do you see for my future and love life? I just met this guy and was wondering how y'all see it going.
He comes across a little rough around the edges. And I think he's a little bit quiet, but there'll be a good chemistry with him. It's just going to be slow going. I think there'll be a good mental connection as well as physical one. but you have to let him in. You're not really good at letting people in, KT. So that's going to be the primary thing. Now, I am going to tell you that I'm picking up an X around him, kind of like emotional issues from that X. Not necessarily that he's with the X or around the X in a physical way, but there is some emotional tie to some trauma that the X caused, because I feel like it was left unfinished or there was no closure.
She says I'm not good at letting people in at all.
Well, how do you ever expect to have someone in your life if you don't let them in, Katie? This guy, I like this guy, actually. He does have a little bit of emotional trauma from an ex, but it's nothing that you couldn't get past, and he's pretty dependable, which would be different for you.
I'm waiting for the response there on that. Guys, we are working on a new platform for our show, so guys, just know that we're going to have it where we will be able to hear your voices straight through Facebook, YouTube, and all the other little fun spots that we're at, including Twitter, guys. We are on Twitter, and we will soon be on TikTok. All right, she says, I'm really glad to hear that. I'm working on letting people in. Ha ha ha.
Slowly. Slow and steady wins the race.
Just ask the turtle.
They used to call me that in school, actually, because I was always slow getting to class.
All right, KT, do you have anything else you'd like to add before we go on to our next question? She says, thank you guys so much. You are welcome.
You're welcome.
You know, that's one of the things is that people, you know, they got to be accepting, and it's hard when you go through something that causes damage to you that makes you not want to open yourself up because your heart's been broken, you've been abused, or you feel abandoned, or these different emotions can keep you, even though you want that type of love or you want that type of that connection. These types of emotions will keep you from moving forward. So it can block you. And that part sucks.
And block you from your blessing.
Yes. And then you have to find a way to take that wall down one brick at a time, because it's not a wall you can take down so easily. So you have to, you know, open up and, you know, take it one step at a time. Don't go in there with a sledgehammer, knock the whole damn thing down. Be like, here I am, son of a bitch, and you rebuild that wall. All right. Well, we're going to keep on going here and take our next person in line. The next person is Julia Henry. Julia, go ahead and post your question. Breanna L, get your question ready. You're on the list. Julia, are you here? All right, no Julia, that we did get a jump. We have a jumper from Blanca. Blanca, go ahead and throw us your question. And then Breanna L, get your question ready. You're still on the list. We're going to take the jump. So let's go ahead and see Blanca's question. Blanca says, so today, as you know, was my son Matthew's birthday. May I have a message from my loved ones? Were they there to celebrate with us?
Your mom says, did you burn some food or think you were going to burn some food? Blanca?
I'm thinking that that's the direction that was going.
because she laughed and said she's showing me something about burning food. So did you burn food, or did you think you were going to burn food? And then your husband just says, "Oh, my boy." And then your mom shows me symbolically her going over to your son and giving him a kiss.
Let's take a look. She says, yes, her soup a little bit, though. She laughed out loud. She goes, wow, how beautiful, my mama.
Blanca, quick question. You know I love you, but how do you burn soup?
Faith would know. She loves soup and salad. Those are her favorite.
That's why I said it. Like, soup is pretty easy. Like, how do you burn it? You can bring it to a boil and it's usually fine, depending on what kind of soup it is. Journey always tells me I'm going to turn into a little old person because 9 times out of 10, I want soup and salad.
Absolutely. She does. She goes, I was heating it up and I was a little busy.
Okay.
She goes, when I made it, it was perfect.
Okay. And your husband is telling me to tell you to slow down. You're putting on too many hats and trying to do too many things at once. Does one of your kids have an acne problem? This looks like one of your boys has pimples on his back or something. Because your husband keeps saying, fix his back. And showing me the pimples on the back. But you know, your husband was very vain about stuff like that. So I think that's why he's bringing that up. Okay.
Man, I think it's my oldest.
Yeah, so, yeah, and your husband's bringing it up because your husband was very vain. And he says, get him some stuff for his... It is one of your boys because he's showing me the back, and I know this is a male's back. And he's saying, get him some stuff for that because he feels self-conscious about it, even though it's his back. He would never say, but just mention it to him. Try to get him some stuff. Because I think these are painful. There's like 1 or 2. You may even have a blackhead and not know, like, you know, it's real hard to pop your own pimple on your back.
She says he has his girlfriend now to worry.
Yeah, but you can tell her.
She says, oh man, really? Ew, okay.
And he keeps showing me ice cream sundaes. So I don't know what's up with that, but he says take them for ice cream sundaes. And he's showing me like a vanilla ice cream base with strawberry syrup on it.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, it actually does. I'm like, damn.
She said, I got him ice cream from Dairy Queen. That's probably...
Oh, that's what he's showing me then. Did you get them one of... Because, you know, Dairy Queen does have little sundaes. Maybe that's why he's showing me that. And he's just sending lots of kisses, actually. Like, to everybody. Not to you exclusively, Blanca. And he's telling me something right now, and I'm not repeating this. I refuse to repeat this thing on air.
She goes, yes for my kids and his mom. She says, I want his kisses.
Well, he's sending them for everybody. And he's telling me to tell you something, but I'm not saying this on air, so I will tell you
She said, okay, I'll jump again. Do tell, laugh out loud.
Do you really? This might embarrass you.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. It's the grown-up time.
It's embarrassing me.
You're turning red, so yeah, it is. She said, yes.
He says you don't have underwear on.
Oh, she said, yes, yes. She wanted to hear it, but now she's probably saying, yes, yes, he's right.
And he's laughing at me because he knows that embarrassed me to say it. Oh, my gosh. Because I told him I'm not saying it, and then Journey was like, go ahead, and I'm like, oh.
This is what we're talking about. The brown chicken, brown cow comes out.
Notice, you guys, Blanca is not making a comment. Okay, let me impersonate Blanca. I know what she's doing right now. She's going, Robert, oh my gosh. You know that's what she's doing, Journey. And she's like, I'm not typing that in there. I'm going to type, oh my gosh, Robert. Why would you say that? I am too. But notice she's not saying anything.
Oh, I can feel her fingers burning right now, so she's typing away. Can feel the passion. She said, oh my gosh, babe, really?
You asked for it. Trust me, I didn't want to say it. I was just going to tell you later. So I was like, I really don't want to see this because he showed me a flash.
So, let's see if she's going to say
any other questions, Blanca.
She said, oh my God, really?
Really?
She said, no way. Was I hot? Just kidding. That was good. That was good. All right, Blanca, thank you so much for that question tonight. And you're bringing the adulthood to our show.
Listen. I'm just going to say this right here on air.
So thank you.
Your husband is the only spirit who has ever given me, like, sex type of messages to say on air for the most part. We deserve bonuses for this kind of display because this is like turning into psychic sex talk.
That sounds like a new good show to start.
Well, I'm glad I could help my psychic connection journey.
Well, guys, since it is the adult late night hour, what did one boob say the other boob? If we don't get support, we're going to look like balls. We're going to commercial break. We're going to take some more questions, guys. You guys can still jump the list if you'd like to get ahead of everybody else. Remember that guarantees you read. And the
Journey's trying
the next person in line is Breanna.
He's bright red.
All right, so we'll keep on going here, and we'll take the commercial break, and we'll be right back.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right, guys, we are back. All right. So the next person in line was Breanna L. Breanna, go ahead and throw us your question. Joe's Mystics, get your question ready. You're on the list. Breanna, come on down. Brown chicken, brown cow.
We need some type of music.
I know. We're working on it. I'm trying to keep my moderator over there awake. Come on, Tony. Stay with me.
Oh, is Tony dozing off?
Tony is tired.
Aw, I am too, but I've got chai tea.
Tony's sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. All right, I'm not seeing Breanna, so we're going to keep on going. Joe Mystics, go ahead and throw us your question. And then I've got Cici Coleman on the list, so get your question ready. We'll get to you here in just a little bit. All right, Joe Mystics, go ahead and throw us your question. Up.
Journey, I have to say, I really like this thing where everybody's name is going up.
Yes.
In the top. It makes it much easier for me to know, too.
Absolutely. All right, so Joe Mystics is saying, is the romantic relationship with Chance over? So, and Kelly, get your question ready. You jumped the list.
No. It's not over. You guys just need to be more communicative, and you need to give Chance time, because I don't really feel like you've given Chance time.
I'm waiting to see if he's got a response there, because I'm definitely seeing that there's a lot of miscommunication, and one always is trying to outdo the other.
And this is the thing, like, you're asking, is it over? But I don't even feel like this relationship is that far into it.
Absolutely. The thing is, yeah, there's just this back and forth, and it doesn't, the energy, you guys are, one day you're here, she's here, and it just keeps switching. You guys are never seeing eye to eye. That's why the romance is feeling a little bit in jeopardy here. It says, I really appreciate your insight. We've been dating on and off for 3 years. That's what we're talking about. Here,
right.
Here, never here.
Yeah. That's why it feels newer, because every time you guys could get to a hurdle.
She says gets negative and wants to battle.
Because your partner, Chance doesn't want to be controlled, and when you try to like put, I don't want to say put a name or onto the relationship, like to find stuff and to move it to the next level, that's where the paranoia comes in and the pullback comes in.
Unique said, baby, y'all toxic. But the energy, when it comes to things like that, you have to, find yourself a way to, try to bite your tongue a little bit to try to see where that person's coming from so you can, move yourself into, a more even platform. Because if you guys are always bumping heads and you guys
not going to do any good.
When you're here and she's here and then you guys smack each other, and then that's why you end up in the opposite directions. No one's stopping to take the moment.
Yeah.
She says he likes to bring drama when he's supposed to be taking responsibility. I separate myself. And on that note right there, is that something you need to reflect on? Because that's,
And I'm just going to tell you this right now, even though the bell rang. Good luck on ever getting him to take any emotional responsibility. He's very immature.
Yeah.
So.
Joe's Mystics, thank you so much for your question. We're going to keep on going here. We've got to jump. I need Kelly to go ahead and throw us her question. You are next on the list. Thank you for jumping, Kelly.
I know what Kelly wants. She wants to see if her dad will come back.
She said, hi again, looking for any messages or guidance from my dad. Also, what signs does he send me to show me he's around?
Okay, there's a couple different things coming through, Kelly. Okay, so I'm going to start with your first question. He says that he doesn't want you to cry. I guess he's saying that you cried a lot yesterday after the reading and you've been crying off and on because of it, because it made you really happy. And he says, I don't want you to cry because I came through. And then he's symbolically, he's showing me him coming over to you and going like this, your face, touching your face. And he's saying some stuff about a car, that a car needs some repairs done. And he's also saying, I'm just going to be really blunt here because this has to do with your mom. Is your mom having financial problems, or is there something with finances not being evened out or something of that nature? He says that will get handled by the end of the year. So tell her just to be patient, because he says she has a lot of anxiety with that. Okay. What was the other part of her question, Journey?
Give me a second here.
Oh, the sign. The sign.
I wanted to know the signs that he shows her.
I'm seeing a couple different things. I'm seeing your electronics mess up, and he messes with music.
And she said yes.
He's saying he messes with music and electronics, and he says he's even called your phone. And there's been no sound, and that's him trying to figure out how to communicate with you or say hello. But he keeps showing me music, and he's also showing me birds. Let me ask you something, and this is really random, but I don't even know if this is something you would do, but he's telling me this, so I'm just going to go with it. Are you planning on getting a tattoo? Or have you been thinking about getting a tattoo in honor of him?
Waiting on a response to see what she's got to say. Get those fingers typing.
Well, because he has a comment about it, and I'm like, I don't want to say that unless he confirms it for sure.
Right. I hear you on that. She says I have a butterfly tattoo for him.
He says, this is what's funny. He says, I know you got that for me. And he said, I so appreciate it, but you're going to get another one. That's why I was trying to figure out if you already had one. So you're either going to get another one or you're going to add to that, is what he's showing me.
Absolutely. Love it.
He says that you listen to certain music and you think of him and you remember certain memories. And he says when you do that, he's with you. Are you trying to do something else to your hair? Or have you done something different to your hair? Because he's making reference to your hair being different.
She says it's horrible, laugh out loud. It needs fixed.
Okay, then that's what it is. He wants you to add some color to it. He says she won't, but I'm going to say it.
She won't, but you know. Let me just put that out there for her. I'm going to drop this off right here.
Well, he's actually pretty blunt. And he's a pretty straightforward spirit, which I really like, because he gets his messages like, say this, say this, say this. And a lot of times they don't do it like that.
All right, I'm waiting for her response on that.
She's over there laughing. Because she knows she won't add color.
That's why I said I'll drop this off right here. If you pick it up, it's yours.
I hear your fountain journey.
Yes. I love the sound of water.
It always makes me feel like I gotta go to the bathroom.
She says, I want to add purple to my hair.
He says, this is what he said in response to the purple. This is really cool, actually. Your dad's really cool. He says, I want her to add some, like, fuchsia red in with the purple. Because I think that would be cool. That's the first time I've ever had a spirit say that. That's pretty awesome.
Right. All right, Kelly, is there anything else you'd like to know? Mrs. Jones, we're adding you to the list, honey. Just be patient. Or you can jump the list to get a read right now. All right.
Kelly, you good?
She said thanks.
You're welcome. If you want to get a deeper read, you can always call me on the site.
All right. So Cici Coleman, you were next on our list. So Cici, go ahead and place your question. Divine Sunshine, you're on the list. So get your question ready. All right.
I got a pocket full of sunshine.
That's what you took that right out of my head.
I love that song.
Because I was going, oh. I was already on it.
I love that song. I listen to it most mornings to wake myself up.
Nice. You're just waiting for that pocket full of sunshine, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to hit, but that'd be pretty awesome.
All right, so I don't see Cici, so we're going to keep on going here. All right, so Divine Sunshine, go ahead and throw us your question. Sui Chin, get your question ready. You're on the list. All right, let's go ahead and check the jump list and see if anybody's jumped in the meantime. Because I like to keep up with those who are jumping the list, because that does qualify them to jump ahead of everybody else and get a longer reading.
Not only that, it donates to the charity of the month, and this month it's turkeys.
Yes.
I say we need a gobble gobble sound, so every time someone jumps, we can go gobble.
We'll just record that, and then we'll just put it up there every time.
Okay, you can record me going gobble. I don't care. Or I'll go, we have a jumper.
Oh, trust me, there's a new jump button thing that's going to pop up every time someone jumps, so that way.
And it better not be blood on my face, Journey.
Oh,
For those of you that missed
you like
it,
this, bam!
Journey put blood splatter on my face last night, and I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know he was going to do it, and I jumped and went, Journey!
Scared the bejeebus out of her.
It did.
It definitely woke you up for that one, huh?
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Divine Sunshine, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm not seeing anything coming from Divine Sunshine.
They might just be watching.
That's okay. We love people when they watch. That's great. All right, Sui Chin, go ahead and throw us your question. Lucy, get your question ready. You're on the list. Mrs. Jones, you're on our list, honey. Just hang in there. All right. Sue is here. Sue says, will my mom be able to buy a house before the end of this year?
Honestly, I think she'll find one, but I don't know if she'll buy it. Because I feel like some inspection stuff may not come through on time.
Okay. Divine Sunshine, she took time to write her question, but she did post it right after Sui Chin, so we'll grab you here in a minute, okay? But yeah, when it came down to she says she's so picky. It's a struggle for her to settle down.
She's very picky. That's why I said it might fall through.
All right. All right, Sue, you got anything else for that? So we can, she says, we found multiple maybes.
You know, your mom's wanting it a certain way. She'd be better off trying to build a tiny house.
I was thinking that same thing. It was just like a tiny home would be so much.
Well, that's honestly what I saw. That's why I said it. Because if she got a tiny house, obviously it's a tiny house, so it would be enough room for just her and her pet. But also they have different layouts and she could set it up how she wanted to.
Sue said, thank you. And Unique said, Lord, y'all are addicting.
We love you too, Unique.
All right. So Divine sent a message and asked, is Natasha a true friend? I feel she is hiding something serious from me, either money related to something to do with BJ, my boyfriend.
She's definitely holding back some things from you. But I feel like it does have to do with money, and she is very secretive. I don't know necessarily that it has to do with your boyfriend, though. But I wouldn't say she's not your friend. I would just say she's very guarded, and she may not be the truest of friends. Because she's holding something back from you. But just because someone's your friend doesn't mean they have to tell you everything. But I don't think whatever this is, it doesn't have to do with your boyfriend. This has to do with money.
I'm looking at the situation and I keep getting lies. The word lies is coming through and it just keeps repeating it. So they may be secrets or they may be lies. I don't know. I'm not getting anything other than that word. And they just keep repeating it, repeating it, repeating it. I'm like, I get it. Thank you.
I think she's just sneaky.
That's a possibility. Was there anything else? All right. We're going to keep on going. Thank you so much, Sunshine.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got love and it's all mine. Oh.
All right, Lucy, go ahead and throw us your question. Divine Ann, you are on the list, so get your question ready. She said, intuitively, I feel it's something to do with taxes.
It has to do with money, yeah.
I'm waiting on Lucy. So I'm over here making faces at you.
I mean,
Divine, thank you so much for that, honey.
if we were in person, I'd be like, I'm gonna touch him.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Keep your fingers to yourself.
That used to drive my mom crazy when we were in the car because my brother would do that all the time. Andy had a whoopee cushion.
Oh, of course.
One time we were on a road trip and my mom threw the whoopee cushion out the window.
And that's the end of that. All right, Divine Ann, go ahead and throw us your question. And Nivedha, you're on the list, so get your question ready. Divine Ann. All right, guys, you got to stay to get your name called. When we call your name, we expect to see your question. If not, we're going to move on. If you do miss your name being called and you say, hey, did I miss my
We
name?
go back to the back of the bus.
Yep, we put you back on the list, but it'll be at the end of the list. So, guys, you got to stay tuned to make sure that you can get your question ready. Nivedha, go ahead and throw us your question. Mel, get your question ready. You're on the list. Nivedha.
Living la vida loca.
I knew you were going there. I knew it. I felt it in the floor. I was like, she's going to sing Ricky Martin. I can feel it.
Man, I was so mad when he stopped singing because I really liked him. I liked him when he was on General Hospital.
You would.
I am not gonna lie, I used to watch that when I was little, and One Life to Live, and my favorite was All My Children and Erica Jane and all of her husbands. I used to watch it with my grandma.
Unique said, Journey, did you just see something pass your camera? I know I'm not tripping. Welcome to my world where spirits run through here like it's a hotel party.
But they don't do it when I'm watching because they know I'd pee my pants and be on the other side.
But they have, and you're like, Journey?
Listen, you were talking to somebody yesterday about doing some spiritual stuff, and I said, I won't be there.
That's okay. I make sure they don't show up when you're around. All right, so Mel, go ahead and throw us your question. Miss Jones, get your question ready. You're on the list, but do not post it until we ask you to post.
Miss Jones. Miss Jones.
I knew it. I knew you had another song.
Mr. Jones and me.
Unique said, nah, that's not my calling. The Lord knows that battle's not for me. And then Joe Mystic said, oh my God, me too. All right, Mel, are you with us?
Mel, where are you, Mel? We have a reading for you.
Exactly. All right, Miss Jones, go ahead and throw us your question. Miss Jones's question will be the last question of the night, guys. This is an hour show, so guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. where you're going to have the wonderful Miss Gifts of Faith. And then at 10 o'clock, you're going to be here with me, Journey Ryan, and Emma Rose. And then Friday, again at 6 p.m. with Gifts of Faith. And then Friday night, we tag team those damn readings for 2 hours. Guys, be there or be square. All right.
What are we in, 1950, or is this Back to the Future?
Yes. I feel like we're going back.
All right, Marty. Doc Brown.
All right, Miss Jones would like to know, does Peter have a newborn baby? Good question.
No.
You are not the father.
I see a baby, but I don't think it's his. That's why I said no.
That's why I said you are not the father.
Maury that's who you should be for Halloween.
Lord.
We can do a skit. I psychically see the results.
You, sir, are not the father. You am. Got some explaining to do. She says, does he really love me?
Yeah, he does, but I feel like it's difficult for him because he feels torn between you and another situation.
And she said yes.
And you're hard on him, and you're like, when is this going to change? It's not right now. And I think he feels that you're making too many demands on him. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying what he feels. So you need to kind of lighten up and let him go through what he's going to go through. This is going to be about 4 to 6 more months of this. And then you guys can have a fresher start. So you need to let him go through all of this emotionally. And you're going to have to kind of accept some of the things that he's going through if you're going to be with him. Because he's having a really hard time with this. Because I feel like he wants to give you what you want, but he can't right now.
All right. I did feel the emotional tug at the situation on his part, but there's also that time in your life where you have to start weighing your pros and cons. She goes, it's the truth. He does have emotional attachments to you, and that there is love there for you. So it's not that he doesn't love you, but he's got to stop relying on, acting as though that he's free-willed when he's out making big boy choices. If you're going to go out into the world making big boy choices and getting the scare of being told that you're somebody's father, you're the father of somebody's baby, and then, the truth of that situation will come to fruition because he knows who the father is because it's someone he knows. And that's not going to be a pretty sight. But he's actually thankful. So you'll get a kick out of it and be like, oh, shit. Better get your popcorn. Better get your popcorn. Add extra butter. Add extra butter. Bring a pop, bring a beer, bring a glass of wine, do your favorite thing. But, girl, he is going to make some choices. He'll turn it around, though. Yeah. He's not the father. He's being misled, but yet he's being torn. And she's a huge manipulator. That's why he's so torn. I see her being very manipulative. And she's not exactly a virgin. So I'm going to put it to you like this. She's seen more dicks than the urinal at Walmart.
Journey!
What? I'm just being honest. Let's call a spade a spade.
Well, damn, I mean, that was pretty brutal.
And she says, yes, she is. And she's laughing because she knows it's true. She knows that girl she is not innocent, but she tries to claim that she is. Everybody knows that she's not. It's like a doorknob. Everybody turns. But,
Oh, Lordy.
yep. I brought us back to the 90s with that one.
That's what I was like, what the heck is going on?
You said Back to the Future, girl?
Well, that's true.
Back in time.
See, this is the late night show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We're tired and we get wonky.
Hey, I have been doing readings since noon today.
I've been doing them too, so I gotcha.
You're right there with me. So by this time, we're calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I think she's missing a neon sign. I don't like this girl's energy. She's a terrible person.
It reminds me of the Beetlejuice sign, you know, when the lady picks up the brothel and it just blinks.
Absolutely. Well, Faith, as always, it's always beautiful to be here with you. We've had a great time, guys. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Gifts of Faith will be on. Now, guys, know this. Starting next week, Faith's show will be going up an hour from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. So her show will be at 7 p.m. Eastern starting next Monday. But this week, we're still at 6 o'clock. But that'll be our next show. And then it'll be myself and Emma Rose at 10 p.m. with a 2-hour show. Guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. Until then,
I'll be on the site tomorrow if anybody wants to call.
All right. Good stuff, guys. You heard it straight from Faith. So if you want to get that private read, go to mypsychicconnection.com and talk to Faith. Until then, guys, don't forget we're giving away prizes on our show. We got prizes on that show at 10 o'clock. So get there and get your name on that board. Until then, this is Journey Ryan and Gifts of Faith signing off. Have a great night, everybody.